multiverse of lines. New mutated enhanced being of my kind. I rhyme to an iron heartbeat of Eddie Kane, the conqueror with the thought of Xavier's peace of mind. Look, Max crafting a well written in Hell's Kitchen, being blind. Dare to see your Sky Summers eye to eye. Miles ahead, web slinging a line in this age of Voltron. You ain't even inclined. The real McCoy, your beast with mine. I'm from Sakar, barely age. I've increased the time. Fantastic as a force field formed by Sue. It's the arrival of Marvel of the Minds. It's been due. Go.
First and foremost, what up, though? It's Marvel of the Minds. I'm Nametag Alexander. And of course, I got peace of mind. Good sir, what's going on?
What's going on? What's going on?
And the reason we back at it, cracking at episode 51, is to talk about the latest release in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the title being Captain America, Brave New World, part 4 of the Captain America film series. Before we jump into that, actually, make sure y'all, if you watching the video, you can see the banner at the bottom telling you to listen and subscribe to the channel, of course, the Nametag Alexander YouTube channel. Also to purchase merch at leadingmelegendary.stornv.com, where you can just see it floating across, or hit the link in the description. I got it there as well. Hey man, what's so dope about this is we didn't really talk about this movie. You know what I mean? We said little bits and pieces of what we kind of saw in some of the trailer and everything, but I kept quiet about it on purpose. I said, no, we're going to save it for the pod. Get your notes together, get your thoughts. I should say, I don't want to say notes because we ain't really go in depth or anything. We gather your thoughts and we're just going to get right into it, man. Captain America, Brave New World. For those of y'all finally tapping into the podcast for the first time. If you're watching the video, I got the Marvel of the Minds merch on right now. Shirt, I actually got the Lead and Be Legendary trucker joint on. So that's also available at the website. I almost forgot. I said I'm wearing the merch as much as possible. Of course, I'm washing it week to week, So, but yeah, make sure y'all cop, man. Support Captain America, Brave New World. You know how we normally do. And for those of y'all not familiar, we pretty much do for the TV shows for the most part, as well as the films, we do an Infinity Stone rating. So there's 6 Infinity Stones, and the way we rate the films are, and the TV shows are that way as well. So if we think it's just flawless, we give it a 6. Anything under that is, somewhere in between. Of course, 5 is still decent. 4 is even still decent, depending.
Yeah, 4 is still decent. 3 is, 3 isn't horrible, isn't great. It's pretty, set up pretty good, I'd say, for the Stone.
But I got a nice little take for a lot of the bad reviews that this movie been getting. There's a lot of negative press with the film, and I don't get it. Man, but starting with you, dog. Starting with you, and let me change my lighting. The lighting look crazy right now. Hold on. There we go. But yeah, man, I'm not understanding the bad reviews. I think that's pretty weak. But for the Infinity Stone rating, what did you give it out of 6 Infinity Stones?
I was kind of late on seeing it, which I'm usually day one, or actually a day before, because Australia gets you earlier. So I was, starting to be a little shook because I initially wasn't 100% sold on it. And I was like, But then I remembered this happens. They do this. They shit on movies for no apparent reason that I can find. So I went into it still, hopeful that it'd be decent, and it was more than decent. I'd give it a 4, which is still really good. 5 and 6 especially are reserved for those truly special movies, like those huge moments, the Infinities, the End Games, and not every movie can be that, because if every movie was that, they wouldn't be special. You know what I mean? You have to have these connecting movies.
Bingo. And shout out to Lauren, who posted under my Facebook post. And I talked about today, I said on second watch, I give the film, like if it was grading it on the grading scale, originally when I watched it, I said a C+, but then on the second watch, I was like, no, man, I'm gonna have to move this up to a smooth B-. And she was like, honestly, I think that people, the negative reviews are from people who just kind of keep weighing every Marvel film next to Infinity War and Endgame, and you just can't do that. You know what I mean?
We've been saying that since like after the Infinity Saga. Everybody's going into it expecting that Infinity level movie, and you can't Like, you know, you can't do that.
No end game is like, come on, man.
Right.
You know
It can't be, you know, every movie cannot be endgame. Just like in the comics, they have, you know, the regular Spider-Man story, which is, you know, good. And then there's a team up sometimes in between there. And then there's the big event movie, the books that like bring everybody together. And that's pretty much what they do with the movies.
So all in all, what did you rate it out of the 6 Infinity Stones?
Yeah, I gave it a 4.
Nice 4. Same, man.
Yeah.
And you know, oftentimes I'm usually one under you or it's vice versa. It's laptop. But I watched it again. I said, with this rate, I gotta give it a 4. I gotta give it a 4, man. Just to talk about, did you have any like standout scenes that you like the most in this entire film?
Oh,
let's do 2. Let's do 2 standout scenes, and we could do one scene that was just
my favorite scene, and it wasn't even anything crazy action or anything like that. It's the revelations of the leader at the very end, that last scene where he was talking to Sam.
Yeah.
And he was like, he's like, you know, you think you can handle saving the world when it's the others, you know, like like it's basically, you know.
And it makes sense because of and a lot of people felt the way about the post credit. Like, man, the post credit didn't even tell us nothing. I said, that's because y'all ain't been paying attention.
Right. What do you mean? That told like we already knew Secret Wars was coming, obviously, clearly. But it's just nice to have them flat out, like that was flat out acknowledging.
Yeah, he basically said, like, dog, it's other yous out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was like, damn, that's pretty wild. Like, just to kind of put it out there like that.
More than likely to you know, since it's that big event, to make the stakes high, the others are going to be better, more powerful versions of what we have here. They're going to be more than formidable, and that's, you know, that's got me excited.
Now, that's one scene. What about another? Because I said we'll do two standout scenes.
Another scene that I really liked was what was it? It's kind of a toss up because I really liked that scene where you know, they were fighting at the Celestial Island. Like the whole fighter jets and Sam and the other Falcon, like that was really cool. But I also really liked, it was so nice seeing a Hulk just be a Hulk again. Like I was like, yes.
Yeah, man.
But
he jumped off the top of that White House. I was like, oh shit.
But there was some shit that kept on pissing me off during that Hulk fight. You know, Sam was getting blasted, and
he was getting
those those vibranium wings though, they kept on storing up that kinetic energy. He wasn't releasing it. It just kept on dissipating and starting over.
It's almost like he was just looking like, oh wow, look at that. You know what I'm saying? Instead
like
of
use your strongest weapon you got. But I get it. They were saving it for that big blowout at the end of the fight.
So. Now what about your least favorite? Well, no, matter of fact, let me knock on my two favorites and then we'll jump. I got one standout least favorite scene in this entire video. I don't know if you agree. I don't know if you will see it from my perspective of that, but I'm like, nah, dog, that ain't it. But my two favorites, I would say, was the fighter jet scene. I thought that was fire. I thought that was dope because to me, Sam is at his best. Sam Wilson is at his best. Because I gotta specify Wilson because there was a Samuel Stearns. Sam Wilson is at his best when he's doing his Falcon shit. And if you notice, hence the title of this episode is Falcon America and the Incredible Winter Soldier. That's a whole nother side tangent because this movie was 100% to me, not necessarily a Captain America movie. It's like they really combined and was like, you know what? Shit. Hey, it's almost like they wanted to do, I don't want to get too sidetracked, but it felt like they wanted to do the Incredible Hulk 2. Couldn't do it because they couldn't get whatever was going on with the Incredible Hulk, and was like, fuck it, let's make it a Captain America movie. And then let's also try to make it this dark espionage spy type, the spy film or whatever, or dark political thriller, like The Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
it
had
didn't
some
quite
Winter Soldier vibes.
Yeah, so that's all. Like, man, this is Falcon America and the Incredible Winter Soldier, because the Hawk, you get it. But favorite scene, favorite two scenes was the fighter jet scene, and also I would have to say, rewatching it, the scene with Red Hawk, because at first when I first thought, I was like, dang man, I was more disappointed because of how least amount of time in the film he was, in it. But then rewatching, I'm like, nah, it do look dope, man. It do look dope. And I think we were just so on a high of being able to see, like you said, a Hawk out again or whatever. And even though it wasn't Bruce, it was like, fuck. But still, it was like, because cartoon wise, I didn't care too much for the Red Hawk. But man, go with your lease, because I want to see, because I was like, I wonder if, I'm thinking in my head about the pod the second time around. I said, I wonder if Peace, how you felt about this scene, because I was mad, dog.
So I got a few scenes that just weren't vibing with me, that just kind of seemed like, what was that thing that, like, Anthony Mackie being the Wish version of Will Smith? Like, he just lays it on a little too thick every now and then. You know what I mean?
I seen a video of him in the theater, and he surprised people. And I was like, that's dope. He did a Will Smith. Will went to see Bad Boys Forward, everybody. He did that. And it's like he was in the theater, but it was just so, he can't help it, man. He's just
I know.
I don't mean in a bad way. He lacks a lot of charisma, dog. But I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that rock with it though too. And he in the theater, like, I bet y'all didn't know. It just was like, no, Will Smith can do it. And it's Will Smith. You like, that's Will. But when you see Anthony Mackie, it was like, it is the Timu Will Smith version. But
it's just laid on a little too thick.
I promise you, there's
the scene. There's the scene in the limo.
Yes.
Where they're like, oh yeah, we got the champagne, we party. Like, that's my okay. Scene. Yeah. But
same.
I've got a bunch of other scenes.
We smelling
that
good. We got on suits. We going to see the president. We looking good. I'm like, what the fuck is happening here, dog? That scene pissed me off. So smooth off, dog. Like, dog.
But so there's a bunch of other scenes that I don't like, and it's because of one person who is just weird as fucking, so awkward. Like, I don't know, I can't quite put a finger on it, but any scene that has Ruth Batsaref, Ruth, the ex-Black Widow, I didn't like her. She just looks fucking awkward. Like, she looks like a fucking.
No, this is what I heard.
Like a blow pop. Like head like a fucking sucker, body like a sucker stick built.
Here's what I heard.
Like,
word is she suffered from a kidney cancer, and it stunted her growth, so she hasn't grown since she was like 12 years old or something like that. So that's why she looked like that. Now, set that aside, her character I did not like. How it was just like, because where did you come from? Why are you like this? Like, why are you such a like in demand? You know what I mean? Like, demand. I get what her position was, but it was like, it was so out of nowhere, and here's why.
And who the fuck is Ross to hire an ex like Black Widow to be his security? Like, that just seemed a little sus to me too. Like, no.
Now, mind you, there was multiple reshoots from what I understand with this movie. So much so that it was like a third of the film was reshot.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
They
did a lot of reshoots in December before this movie, like 3 months before the movie, 2 months or so before the movie came out. So also, it was a lot of.
Can't really tell though. They did a good job at. Like,
From the final product, not bad. But like, if you like us and you kind of familiar like with the news behind it, because we do this as for the pod, right? So when you get the news and you see what's going on, you're like, oh man. But if you're a casual viewer and you go see it, you probably like, oh, I don't notice nothing. But when you know that it's been reshoots and come to find out with her character, it was a lot. I don't know if you remember hearing about it, but it was the first, like a lot of the first test screenings of the movie, it got some negative reviews and they changed some things. Well, her character was one of them. She was actually from the comics. I forget, it's like Sabra. I don't want to mispronounce her name, but that is her. Yeah. Like how you said her name was Ruth something. That is from the comics or whatever. But
yeah,
her character is Israeli. I could be saying it wrong. Mutant.
Yeah.
So they didn't. But because of the whole conflict, it touched too close to home with Israel and Palestine or whatever. Yeah. And they changed it. I was like, damn.
Okay.
And you could tell they changed some shit. It was like, oh man. So they like, oh, can't make her. Let's like a last minute ditch effort. Let's make her a Black Widow. Cause like how you said, why would he hire somebody? Well, that's because last minute they changed up some shit.
Yeah.
There was a lot going on, I believe, too, before I forget my man's William Hurt before he passed away. Like a lot of this was being built around him playing Red Hawk. It was going to be Red Hawk, but they were going to do it to where it was a twist. You weren't going to know Red Hawk was in the movie. It was going to be a surprise twist in it.
Yeah.
But now that he passed, like, damn, we got to figure some shit out with this movie. And Harrison Ford steps into play. He wants to work with Marvel. So they, oh, come on, let's go. We got a role for you.
Yeah.
Bingo. Even though he didn't do bad, I thought he did pretty decent. But it was a lot of like scenes with him, certain things. It just was like, man, something's off. The leader, remember with the toy? I don't know if you remember the toys that they presented, the bobbleheads with the leader. It wasn't no lumps in his head, and it was a regular big old head. They changed that. I don't know what made them say, well, let's just make it look exactly like how you thought he might have looked when we saw him in Incredible Hulk however many years ago. They changed some shit, dog. It's like, yo, why y'all like? I think there was this. My personal thought is because I think they knew that backlash that they got about MODOK and Quantumania was like.
I think that might be exactly what it is, but I think it might have to do with the testing that they do too. And what I want to know is who the fuck are these people that they're calling in for testing? Because
that's what I wonder, dog. Like, leave certain shit alone.
That big head, leave it. That's what he's supposed to look like, not just like a lumpy,
Yeah, like, no, we don't give him
head. Like,
we don't give him knots. We make him look like Martin when he fought Tommy Hearns. That's what we got to make him look like. And it was like, dog, like, why y'all like leave shit alone, man? Isaiah Bradley.
I'm okay with the Esposito change.
Yeah, I wasn't mad at that. But he was underused. You talking about this Giancarlo Esposito? Like, damn, dog, like, really?
That's because of the reshoots. You know, they had to do it where they could work him in. You know,
it was a wrestler. I forget the wrestler's name.
Yeah, Roman Reigns or
I think so. Yeah.
He
was supposed to be in it.
No, thank you.
And they just didn't use it. I was trying to see like if I was gonna share my screen and see if it showed anything here in the let me know you can see it, of course. Good to go. See it.
Yeah.
So finds himself in the middle of an international. And Sam Wilson, dog, that's something else I wanted to speak on. Like him as Captain America, I don't like this safe shit that they do with him. Like, I know his job is what, like he was a not a social worker, but
like a therapist, you know. Yeah.
And I just don't like how don't implement that to you being Captain America all the damn time, though, dog. Like just this whole, come on, man, I see the good in you. Like, no, some villains are just piece of shit villains and they need their ass whooped or shot or something. Like, just stop this whole, no, man, come on, let's be friends. We can make the better of it. Even with Isaiah Bradley, which another character I think that was underused, honestly, because I think they shitted on him in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, like because that's another show that has some reshoots. I don't want to say it's disrespectful. I just think it's kind of whack that y'all introduce somebody in a TV series like, oh, he was the original, the first Black Captain America, and then we know his backstory. Like, damn, word, like they paraded Steve Rogers out there when the whole time you had my mans, but then y'all lock him up or whatever. 30 years, he said. You bring them back, and then at the end of the show, they close out the show by, let's give him a statue. And that's Sam's idea. Like, let's honor you by giving you a statue or whatever. But then you bring him back in the movie and you still kind of underuse him. It was like, dog, like, have him fight or something. Like, man, he still got the serum in him. Like, have him throw some hands or something. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't he have helped maybe fight the Hulk? I don't know. I mean, fight Red Hulk? I don't know.
That would have been dope. It seems they keep on. I mean, it's happening a little less because something like I hope things are shifting a little bit, but they keep on leaning into the wrong or not the wrong thing, but just the thing that doesn't. I don't know what the word is, but it's just not. Like there's better avenues and things to really lean into to nail.
It's a formula they keep
the
following.
Subject home, you know. Yeah.
Look at this, man. Look at this picture. Why you look so damn happy? Like I thought Captain America was anti-government. You know, like but you know what? They tried to force that in at the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and when he hit him with the whole Rocky IV speech, everybody can change, like all that type of shit. Man.
Wait a minute. What the fuck is up with Governor frickin' Bucky Barnes?
You know why they did that.
What the fuck are they doing?
Hey, look,
no,
Bucky ain't gonna be nowhere else in this movie, but we gotta show him to let y'all know that he's gonna be running for Congress.
And how does that? But like,
I don't know.
Better.
I thought he had bodies,
but like,
didn't he got bodies under his belt though. So like
many. And
that's crazy.
But we know the Thunderbolts is coming in a few months. Like, how are they gonna like what the fuck is he doing out with the Thunderbolts if he's running for fucking Congress? Like what?
Hey, man, it's gonna be something where he loses his position or something, or loses his seat. Yeah, it's gonna be something. Watch, this is gonna be something. We're gonna
I thought that was unnecessary. They could have did the scene and had him come in and talk to Sam without having him be fucking running for Congress. Like that was
I did like that scene. I thought the scene was funny because when he was giving that speech, I'm like, what the fuck is Bucky talking about? They aspire. They what he say? They something about what he said about Steve, but they aspire to be like Sam Wilson. No, they don't. Nobody in the history of Marvel comics, Marvel anything has ever said, man, I want to be like Falcon. Or man, I want to be like Falcon as Captain America. I've never heard it. Never heard it. Like somebody got to jump out and be like, no, I always wanted to be Captain. I mean, I always wanted to be Falcon, or I always wanted to be like when he became Captain America for sure. Nobody's ever said it. Ever, dog.
Like I get what he was saying, but it was
he was doing it to kind of like gas him up. Because even when and I thought it was funny because he was like, did your speech writers do that for you? And he was like, yeah. Pretty much. He was like, well, he said something like more so at the end, but I kind of like changed up a little bit. Like, it wasn't bad or some shit like that. And then even
emotional.
Even when he I thought that was funny. I was like, okay, they finally added some humor because for a while the movie did seem kind of stiff. I was like, okay, that was kind of cool that they did that. But then also he. It's just a way. I don't know, man. Maybe you have Bucky like scrap or something. I don't know. I thought that was weird. He just did that just to announce, like I said, that he was going to be running for that political position in Thunderbolts. That's all that really was. It was like, come on, man, why y'all do that? Yeah, but and
it's not like and Bucky was in the neighborhood when all the shit went down. He had to have still been somewhat close by. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, damn, Red Hawk looks dope, dog. Red Hawk looks super dope, man.
Yeah, Red Hawk was dope.
I can't say he was underused, but I just didn't like the whole. That was corny. Like Sam got his ass beat.
Yeah,
and just the
I
way
would have liked to have him get used more. But another, just off a quick glance, super dope thing that came out of this movie is finally adamantium. Finally,
absolutely.
And they finally used that the celestial.
And I bet,
like, I've been waiting for that shit. Like, because that's been in the mix since what? Eternals. There's been how many movies? And they just mentioned it once in like
She-Hulk.
In She-Hulk, or wasn't it on a TV screen or something in Spider-Man?
Yeah, it was in like a news article or something like that.
But like, do something with that. So I'm happy about that. That's
should
cool.
Sam take that serum, dog? At some point, does he take it?
Yes, I think if he is gonna take it, I think is going to be something in Secret Wars. Because he's going to be way outmatched.
You can't be the leader. You can't be the leader of the Avengers, dog. And they got you running to. I ain't like that too. He just seemed too excited to like go to the White House, man. It's like, dog, you ain't get man. Steve Rogers wasn't for this shit. Like, like you supposed to be followed. He gave you that shield because he knew you had it in you to do what he did, but just without the serum. You take it and you going backwards. You being the Boy Scout that Steve once was before he found out the government was full of shit.
I could see him being way outmatched and having to take the serum.
Somebody said, I forget where I saw it. Like, oh, it might have been Van Lathan. Van Lathan was like, dog, because they shout out to they show the Midnight Boys. He was like, it was a clip where he said he need to take the heart-shaped herb at least. Do that. You got the vibranium wings, you got the vibranium suit, you vibranium down. Take the heart-shaped herb.
Fucking Captain Wakanda.
And when you take it, it's in you. Only until they do the ritual or whatever and get it like, dog, you black, dog. Take the heart shape, take the herb.
Get in there. Yeah.
They hooked you up with the suit. Go get the herb as well. You'll be all right. You ain't got to, and you ain't got, you can just announce it, whatever movie he come in next, just be like, I got the herb. Like, and just let us, let it be a nod to it. Don't even give it the full explanation away. Just let us assume like, dang, he's strong as shit.
They don't even have to say nothing. Like, don't show shit, don't do shit. Just show him in a fight, just whooping ass.
Yeah,
hey, wait a minute,
because remember, Black Panther was hanging with T'Challa was hanging with Bucky before the suit got on. Remember, he was in a regular suit at first, like scrapping.
More so. Yep.
Remember, he jumped over the thing. He was on. I might have to watch it more. And hot take. Because I know we Black Panther is beloved to us because I was watching it the other day actually. Number one, in hindsight, I really just didn't care that much for Killmonger as a villain. I know he gets a lot of praise, like, yo, he was so dope. I understood what he meant, and it's just like, nah, man, he just was like his dad was whack. For if you think about it in hindsight, what he was doing. You know what I mean? Because obviously you was dealing weapons, whatever. Like apparently dealing with Claw, like or some type. When I rewatched, I'm like, oh, his dad wasn't shit neither.
Yeah, he was trading vibranium to Claw. That's how Claw was getting the vibranium.
And what was the blue joint that my man's, I forget dude's name, where he discovered that he was like he was another spy. What was dude's name? He showed him the joint. Was that Was that it wasn't a Tesseract. I forget his name. When he found out he betrayed him.
It was what's his name when he was younger.
It was T'Chaka.
No, it wasn't T'Chaka. Like the dude who was with him, who was like undercover with him, who actually turned him over.
Yeah, Forrest Whitaker character.
Whitaker, yeah.
That's crazy now that I think about it.
That blue shit, kind of looked that was vibranium.
Oh, okay. I thought vibranium was it was for some reason.
Well, it was in like that containment shit.
Oh, okay. See, I was like, is that something to do with the Tesseract? Even rewatching, I was like, his dad was
not because if you remember, like down when they're in the vibranium like processing plant shit, all the stuff to stabilize the vibranium was like that blue. That blue shit.
Blue. I'm gonna rewatch it and finish it, but I'll say, hey, hindsight, man, Killmonger daddy wasn't like, he wasn't no good because he obviously that's why they sent my mans to go spy on him too. Because
he's killing it in paradise though.
Yeah, facts. Everybody tap into my guys and Jay Johnson over at This Week in Culture as well, because they doing recaps directly from the This Week in Culture YouTube channel talking about Paradise. You might want to check it out, man. It's real dope. They doing a lot of good reviews over there. Yeah, man. But just that was a take on that, and just his dad was whack, so his son grew up to be like him, just had daddy issues. That's neither here nor there. That's Black Panther. But yeah, man, Sam, take the heart bird.
His clothes, whack.
Yeah, man. Sam got to take the heart-shaped herb, man. That's what he might. He ain't got to do the serum because I get it. The serum it kind of stepped on, so it's like I understand, like, because it's been a lot of people been tweaking that done took the serum after Steve Rogers. And I figure like if Sam had the batch that Steve had, he'd have been okay because he's still technically worthy. But I don't know what they done with it. It ain't the same, so he could probably turn into like a Red Skull or something. Ain't no telling.
That shit got stepped on.
Yeah, so maybe just go to hit the Wakandans up, man. Get that heart-shaped herb, man. You'll be all right. And so we could see him actually scrapping in the next movie. Dog got his ribs broken, everything. Then got whooped on by the Hawk. It was like, come on, man. He even said it though. He said, "Bucky full of shit. I should have took that serum."
Yeah.
I thought that was funny, but overall, man,
like,
good movie.
Yeah,
not a bad movie. It's not all this whole shit. This is at the bottom with some of the worst Marvel films, especially
and actually, the opening weekend, it got it was only below what was that?
It's doing numbers.
It was
man.
like it was I think Civil War and why the fuck is my brain not fucking working?
Like the movie
Winter
really
Soldier.
hit.
Like it was really just like below those. Yeah.
If you like rewatch Falcon and the Winter Soldier and then the movie, or if you watch The Incredible Hulk, which I be seeing people say that was whack and it wasn't. I get Ed Norton was like being an asshole on set too a lot, but other than that, still wasn't a bad movie. If you watch The Incredible Hulk, Captain America's, you don't have to watch Winter Soldier, but if you just want to see how this movie is like similar but not as good as, you can go ahead and watch it. But if you just want to do Incredible Hulk, I would say Winter Soldier because Winter Soldier is when we get introduced to Falcon. So yes, Winter Soldier, Incredible Hulk, Winter Soldier, Civil War, Falcon and Winter Soldier. And then this movie hit even better. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of similar scenes, like it's from like with the actual Joaquin's character, him falling out and getting damaged while he's in the sky fighting and stuff.
Another thing, as I was watching it, like from the beginning, like I was like, yo, what the fuck is up with all these cherry blossoms? Like there's something going on with the cherry blossoms, you know?
That we don't give a damn about.
Yeah, like it was a scene in the beginning, and then another one a little after that, and another one after that. Then there was the one in Japan with all the cherry blossoms when Ford visited.
It was supposed to be
he
like
said,
his daughter, and like it was like, man, I don't care about Betty Ross though. We ain't seen her since the first Incredible Hulk movie. So what? Like it is what it is, but. It had its missteps. It was like, that could have kept that out. And I would have wanted to see what happened.
But it was still a good movie.
I wish there was a clip of like or bootleg copy floating around of us being able to see before the reshoots when it was going to be called New World Order. Like, what was it really about? Because it was certain conversations with him and Isaiah. It was like, seemed like something missing from here. It's more of a conversation that need to be had, and I guess they just kind of like put it like this: they played it real safe. They played it very safe. You know what I mean? So, because I think they did it because of the climate that we're in now, as far as politics and everything in the whole country. So I was like, look, we got to play it safe, otherwise, this movie ain't gonna perform like how we want it to. But in
all fairness, playing it the other way, the way that they want it to be, would get a way better reception than playing it safe, because people can more relate and then gravitate to it and be like, damn,
just like really Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier, they did not play it safe. Winter Soldier was Cap was like, oh, y'all, the government on some bullshit. Like I'm turning government. Civil War, same thing. Cap, like, man, I ain't, you know what I mean? So yeah, man. All in all, though, like I say, 4 out of 6 Infinity Stones on the rating. You want to do a grading scale, I would give it a B minus, maybe a B. I plan on watching it again. Honestly, it's not to where I'm like, I wouldn't rewatch it, any replay. It got replay value. It's just like only because we knew that there were reshoots, you could kind of see certain things that was missing. But the film ain't bad. Yes, Anthony Mackie lacks charisma as a lead actor in anything he's ever been involved in. But hey, he's established like some skin in the game as Falcon, and him being a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So can't be mad at that, Sorry, Anthony Mackie, but that's just, everybody feel that way. And that's fine. Like be
and that's
you.
cool.
Like, don't be nothing else other than Anthony Mackie, but that's just who he is.
Just tone it down just a little.
Come on the pod, man. Come on
just
the pod.
Ease up off it.
Come on the podcast. Let's talk about it. But in the meantime, man, we pulled a hot 35, man. Let them know where they can find you at.
Peace of Mind 313 across everything, everywhere, always and forever.
Same here. Nametag Alexander across all platforms where you can purchase, stream, download music. Also across the socials, Nametag Alexander as well. Make sure y'all grab the merch. Again, I can't say it enough. Make sure you grab the merch. The website is right there on the banner. Go right to the merch store. I will have a Lead and Be Legendary revamping the website. It's going to be a leadandbelegendary.club, so that will be up pretty soon as well. But next time y'all catch us, we will be discussing episodes 9 and 10 of YFN Spider-Man, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Until next time, it's been Marvel of the Minds. Peace.